This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Philip Davis is traveling to Angola to attend the 10th summit of the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States, OACPS, heads of states and governments. The Prime Minister left the country late Tuesday evening for the summit. Between December 6th and 10th, at least 79 member states from 3 continents, representing 1.5 billion people, are expected to participate under the theme 3 continents, 3 oceans, a common destiny, building a resilient and sustainable OACPS. Leaders are expected to discuss, among other issues, the challenges of climate change, including economic diversification and peace and security challenges. Prime Minister Davis is expected to return home on December 13th. Despite global trends indicating an expected economic recessionary period for most countries, Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkida says recent fiscal results show that the Bahamas is trending upward towards a recovery with deficits down. This revelation comes after the budgetary performance report for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2022-2023 revealed that despite a deficit of $20.6 million, it is the lowest first quarter deficit in more than 10 years. Prime Minister Philip Davis, who also serves as Minister of Finance, attributed the reduced deficit to the government holding fast to its commitment to fiscal prudence, the implementation of sound, achievable policies that stimulate the economy and generate revenue.
Our experience is we are continuing to have a very, very strong recovery in our economy. That is being manifested in our fiscal results. You've seen the reports come out where the deficits are down. We expect that trend to continue. So far, indications are the recovery will continue very strong. We were very encouraged by the recent affirmation of the sovereign credit rating of the Bahamas. I think that has injected an element of confidence locally and internationally, and we see that reverberating throughout the economy, including in the financial markets.
Meanwhile, when asked about the Attorney General Ryan Pinder traveling internationally to address matters in relation to the world's second largest crypto exchange, OKX, and their dealings in the country, Minister Halkida says the crypto company has further affirmed their interest in doing business in the Bahamas, as well as reaffirming their view that the Bahamas is a strong and very competently regulated jurisdiction. He said OKX is looking to increase its staff complement to 100 over the next 3 years. Meanwhile, when asked for a dollar amount due to hurricane damages for this year, Minister Halkida says the amount was not significant and that no insurance was paid out. The government has been in talks with cruise lines on pollution and dealing privately with some companies on this issue. This coming from Minister of Environment Vaughn Miller on Monday during a tour of the Wonder of the Seas cruise ship.
Well, we want to be compliant. That's ultimately what we desire. Once they are compliant and they help us to maintain our environment, that's really what we want. But of course, there will be violators, and you deal with them to the maximum extent that the law has made provision for.
He says the environment is what attracts tourists to the country, and if we lose that edge, we lose the cruise industry. The minister goes on to say that once these matters are dealt with, they will be brought to the public. And finally, hundreds of inner-city residents and Bahamians from across New Providence gathered on Christie Park on Tuesday night for Urban Renewal's National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony. Several government ministers gathered at the park to show their support, including Prime Minister Philip Davis and his wife, Anne Marie Davis. With the Christmas spirit already in the air, residents were treated to several musical and cultural performances. One of the highlights was the presentation of certificates to the first 5 people to receive repairs to their homes through the Urban Renewal Small Homes Repairs Program. The certificates were presented by Prime Minister Davis, who gave these words of encouragement.
Particularly to our young people, your time is now. And to all of you who are here, to appreciate that I believe that our country is now on the right track. We are better off today than we were 1 year ago. And oh, what difference 1 year can make. I'm here to tell you that with this administration, my government is looking out and working hard for you, non-stop. That's why we're able to put the country back on track. And we are back We have accomplished a lot. We have accomplished a lot. But there's still much more to do.
Government officials lit the Christmas tree and hung ornaments. Those in attendance were treated to delicious food and drinks, and for the children, photos with Santa and gifts. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. It's a pleasure to have you join us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.